Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live stream commentary that I'm going to do. I was going to do this tomorrow, but I'm really, I want to just decompress. It's been a long freaking year, and I'm not going to let this year beat me. So I'm doing my live commentary on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie from 1995. And yes, that is Amy Jo Johnson's signature that I got from Comic-Con last year, before this year went to hell. I really enjoyed this film. It's from 25 years ago. I was going to do a live commentary months ago, but this year happened. So, yeah, and I've already reviewed this movie. It's on my old channel. You can look at my playlist on my new channel to see if you want to hear about it. Yeah, this movie's about 95 minutes long. It's very short. I want to do it now because that way, you can have an early Amy Jo Johnson birthday present for her. She's going to be 50 tomorrow. And I want to do this in her honor. I love you, Amy Jo Johnson. You're one of my favorite actresses. My second favorite TV crush. My first is Jodie Sweetin from Full House. You can join me in the chat if you want to. I'll be uploading this soon in about 2 hours, hopefully. And yeah, this movie's awesome. It's cheesy fun from 1995. Let's do it. It's a 20th Century Fox movie. Hopefully Disney will put this on their streaming service next year. Let's do it. And there's the 20th Century Fox logo. The perfect way to decompress from all the stress is just to see a good movie. Here we go. 20th Century Fox, now 21st Century Fox. Yeah. This narration is done by Dulcia, the Australian actress that plays this warrior. It's got an opening crawl like Star Wars. Still better than The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens. To this day, they're still doing Power Rangers on Nickelodeon. Now that is the logo right there. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. This is the scene where they're jumping out of the plane. Yeah, and I saw some of these people on GalaxyCon this year. I just saw Jason Narvi and Paul Schreier at GalaxyCon yesterday, so that was cool. They still look great for their ages. There's Amy Jo Johnson, yeah. I love seeing in this movie. Honest Trailers is wrong. This movie's dumb, but it's my kind of dumb. There's Karen Ashley, the Yellow Ranger, taking over for Trini in the second season. There's Adam, the Black Ranger. Billy, who was there till the very end of Alien Rangers. Steve Cardenas, the actor who plays Rocky, my least favorite. There's Kimberly and Tommy, the White Ranger and the Pink Ranger. You're so gorgeous. She still is beautiful to this day. I saw her at Comic-Con last year. I loved to see meeting her. Such a warm woman. Such a beautiful woman. I was so excited to see her, and it lived up to my expectation. The scene is pretty cool. It's like the jumping plane scene in Shoot 'Em Up. That's another movie I want to do a commentary for. At least this movie had a budget and they actually went for it. The scene is really done well. Those are really stunt doubles doing the flying, the skydiving. And And best thing about this movie, no Catherine. Fuck Catherine. I hate that character so much. The fake Pink Ranger from Zeo and Turbo and terrible freaking actress. I saw her in GalaxyCon too. Not a fan, mate. Yeah, Angel Grove. You know who's not in this movie? Ernie. He was in the first TV show. He's not in this film for some reason. I guess because he was busy doing some episodes. They only could get most of the main cast, and they filmed in Australia, which had a horrible year too, by the way. But this movie is just my kind of thing. I watched this a lot on VHS. I saw this on TV and cable. And I got this DVD at Best Buy 2 years ago. And now it's signed by Amy, and I'm going to cherish it forever. Got the original movie poster, too. Yeah, Kimberly. My favorite Pink Ranger of all time. Not Naomi Scott in the 2017 movie. Not Catherine. The others are hit and miss. The one from In Space is cute, but I got to see it all to give you my thoughts. Yeah, Tommy's my favorite cat, one of my favorite Rangers, whether he was green or white. Which was freaking amazing. Plus, I was 10 years old when this came out. I was the perfect age for it. When Turbo came out, I hated that movie. To this day, I hate it. It's nothing like the first movie, and it's boring. And don't leave. The one person that's watching, don't leave because I'm going to be freaking out a lot. I needed this. This is therapeutic. A day early doesn't matter because it'll be uploaded to YouTube soon. Plus, this director, Brian Spicer, he got the gist of what the show was about. Early 90s music, them skateboarding, a lot of things, and rollerblading, just like people did in the 90s. I didn't do it because I don't like getting injured. There's good stunt work here. I really like this. And in the honest trailer, it says something stupid that, it only has half of the cast of the show. The cast had changed by season 2. This is not, while this is non-canon, there's still a lot of the second season, Jason and Zach and Trini left the show to do some public thing, like to be ambassadors or whatever, and then they passed the power coins to Adam and Aisha and Rocky. So at least I remember I saw the entire show on Netflix this year. These two still look great together. You can tell their friendship is real. And there's a giant alien egg with a hand on it, kind of like Aliens. I like that this movie had a new villain, a villain they stole in X-Men Apocalypse. Yeah, Josh, I'm not sending that. I'm not going to let that go. Apocalypse should not look like Ivan Ooze. He shouldn't. He's blue, not purple. And it's played by a British guy, but he's a really good actor. Paul Freeman. He was Belloc from Raiders of the Lost Ark. I actually like him, unlike the British actors from today. Oh, good God, they're terrible today. Look at that egg. That looks freaking awesome. A giant purple egg. It's not CG. That's a real practical effect egg. Oh, yeah. There's a giant alien egg. Let's go touch it. Yeah. Dumb humans. Yeah. And I watched the show. I saw every season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. From the pilot all the way to the last Alien Rangers, which is a spinoff that was connected to season 3, which had new Rangers. There were nothing like the Power Rangers. There were different costumes, different characters. Love this movie. This is my favorite guilty pleasure of all time. I don't have to apologize for it. The command center looks great in this movie, by the way. There's Zordon. His face actually moves in this movie. Exposition time. Also, rest in peace, voice of Zordon as well. And some Morphicons. Those are cool. All imagination. Yeah. And people said in the honest trailers that Kimberly's nothing but a damsel in distress. There's a lot of scenes that she's badass in this movie. In the beginning of the film, where she's flying the jet. I shared the live. Hey Josh, yeah, I'm gonna do it now. I was gonna do it tomorrow, but I can't wait. And I've had a horrible day. So what's better, more therapeutic than doing a live stream on one of my favorite 90s films? The same year that the Die Hard with Avengers came out. That's Rita! I saw her voice yesterday. I have no idea where this pig came from. I don't know why they couldn't get back Squat or Babu. Yeah, I am Lord Sent. I love his voice. Like he was so badass in the show. When he was underused, when Rita came back and they had that other villain in season 3. Yeah. Now let's crack this egg. This is my kind of dialogue, guys. You see, this is something that The Force Awakens did not have. Likeable, colorful characters, and it did its own thing. And by the way, Goldar looks awesome here. In the 2017 movie, he looks like a stick of butter. And by the way, Josh, if you're out there, share this with the other Josh. I want him to know what he thinks. If he has a Twitter, I'm going to share it there. Any way I can, because I want him to know. Yeah, she's putting her finger in it. What? Yep, watch. Let's crack this egg. Actually, it just opens. Kind of like an egg in Alien or Aliens. Yeah, Goldar looks. His eyes are actually red, and his mouth actually moves in this movie. In the show, half the time his mouth moved, and other time he talked like this. Yeah, I love this villain. This villain's awesome. The makeup looks amazing. Best makeup, it should have gotten that. Ladies and gentlemen, the ooze is back. Whatever. Zordon. Yeah, he's such a great villain. Like, he's basically, if you took Emperor Palpatine and made him purple, Lightning with my hands. Remember that from Shazam? Yeah. Plus, I think this takes place between season 2 and 3, because in season 2, uh, Rita and Lord Zed get married, and they stay married until the end of the series. Then smells like teenagers or 20-somethings pretending to be teens. I love this scene. This scene's awesome. And yes, I did like Aisha and Adam when I was a kid. The one I didn't like was Rocky because he didn't have that authoritative voice like Jason. It's Morphin time. No, he didn't have any of that. He was just kind of flat for me. But if he's mediocre, is better than Catherine, who's terrible. I love her voice. Yeah, morphological being. The heck is that? Second, something like this. That's an awesome transformation. If you're gonna cast a Brit as a villain, make him memorable. They call me Ivan. Love it. Fissure with a big mouth. Oh yeah, Rocky had a lot of talking in the show. Yes, my autograph. Fuck. I love the way he says Power Rangers. Power Rangers. He's just milking it, and I love it. See, Ben Mendelsohn is not like that because he screams half of his dialogue in Rogue One. Yeah, meet my kid. Yeah, you have to have personality. Even if you're over the top, just go for it. You don't have to scream. Good practical effects, guys. I don't care what the critics say. Zist, welcome to my nightmare. I love this. Yeah, I love this villain. This villain, Apocalypse had no, personality. He just yells and he screams and he just learning. Yeah, it's terrible. Here we go. First action scene. Kimberly's not Bella Swan. She actually can take care of herself, mostly. Her and Tommy have a connection. That's why she wants to be saved by him. Hey, you're gonna be saved by a guy. Have it be Jason David Frank. Yeah, that's an Alice Cooper song. Yeah, Johnny Bausch. I actually saw him at Comic-Con last year too. I didn't say hi, but I did see him. Because my problem with the 2017 movie is that it was too dark. Everything is taken seriously, and there's no color, and the movie's boring, and it's way too long. You don't need a 2-hour Power Rangers movie, guys. An hour and a half is good. Just like it's like watching a couple episodes of the show. I like this fight scene. It's awesome. It's shot in at night, and you can see it. Yeah, take that, Solo. Look at that. This is making me vent out some frustration. It's great. Yep. You lose, you lose. Yeah, I love that. David Yoss, I don't care if you're gay, you're a good actor. I don't care. Because that was at a time I didn't care. Now, everything is gay now. That's awesome. I miss movies when they were fun. I miss going to the theater, guys. It's been 7 months. I've been detoxing ever since the year started. Well, after March. Here it comes, baby. Yeah, say it. Say it. 25 years later, say it. This is the second time I'm seeing this movie. Yes! It's Morphin time, baby. Yeah. Mm. And I love the hand movements that they do, too. Hand movements. I want to dress up as a Power Ranger one day at a Comic-Con or GalaxyCon or even Morphicon. Mastodon! Yeah, I just love this. White Tiger! Yes. Woo! Yeah. I want another movie, guys. Now, those costumes look awesome. They don't look like pajamas this time. Mm. People are like, why are they moving like this? Because they don't have stupid face helmets like Iron Man. In the 2017 movie, the whole time, they can't even keep their helmets on. They have to be like this. Mm-hmm. Well, except for this villain. And by the way, Ivan's ooze looks like the slime from Ghostbusters 2. That's what it reminds me of. If it took human form. What a great villain, man. Oh, did Ivan just burp? Yeah. Thank you, Ivan. That's 2020 in a nutshell. It was boring. Spending 7 months in this house. Yeah, I went out a couple of times, but still, it's just not the same. Star Wars, the Python. At least Ivan does something. When he destroys something, he actually gets something done, unlike Kylo Ren. Yeah. How would he know about the Brady Bunch? There was no TV 6,000 years ago. See? Real villains get things done. They don't make excuses. They don't throw hissy fits and scare people off and make that and get laughed at out of the building. This is why this villain is more memorable than Apocalypse, Kylo Ren, and any villain in Rogue One or Solo. I remember him. Yeah, Star Wars reference. There's a lot of that in this movie. Is this Christopher Nolan writing? No. But yeah, this is cool. She has lights in her head. Yeah. I'm watching a Power Rangers movie, guys. Not Inception, or Interstellar or Star Wars or or Jaws or Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's fun. That's what I want. I do the podcast now. I don't have to do it tomorrow and be interrupted again. So it's better now than better early bird gets the worm. That is kind of cool. Looks like one of the other Power Ranger helmets in Dino Thunder or whatever. Yeah, I never saw those, but it's cool. It's like the PKE meter from Ghostbusters. At least the movie is. Yep. At least the cartoonish sound effects work here. Not like Batman and Robin, where it's ridiculous. It's such a stupid movie that it ruins a great character for years. And I love Tommy's physics; like he can do anything. Fake kick. What a devastating kick to the air. Watch this. He spins around like a top. That's awesome. And there's blood. Yeah, it's purple, but splattered. Yeah, these are not the putties. These things bleed. Or they ooze out. It's amazing that they can do these flips with these costumes on. What did they do in the 2017 movie? They look like knockoffs of Iron Man. That's not Power Rangers, guys. They don't look like Iron Man. Oh, I love the double whammy. This is hilarious. This cracks me up. At least this has action. What did Teletubbies have, or Barney the Dinosaur, or Bananas in Pajamas? I remember a lot of stuff from the 90s that was worse. Oh, here we go. Oh, I love this. Watch this. Watch this cartoonish. It's such a cartoon. Ooh, man. Man, Billy got hit with a column and didn't break his back. Yeah. Realism. What's that? These gadgets they have are pretty cool in the movie too. Yep, blood. Watch Kimberly's whip. That's awesome. There's a lot of stuff here that wasn't in the show, which is a nice addition. It adds to the mythos of Power Rangers. It doesn't take away like this year did. Yes, that's my girl. I never saw Catherine do something like that in the Turbo movie or in the third season. I'm not a bad girl. I'm a good girl. Yeah, eat it. That's awesome. Like, yeah, then Tommy's like a mix of like Mortal Kombat and freaking Kamen Rider. Like like Johnny Cage. I mean, not Johnny Cage. Liu Kang. I hope to God that movie comes out next year. I don't want it delayed to 2022. Please don't let that movie get delayed. I want to see Mortal Kombat for my birthday, after my birthday. This is awesome, and this is the first 30 minutes. Yeah! I love this. I'm having fun watching it. I haven't seen this movie since July, so it's been 3 months. That's awesome. Yeah, his sword or his little dagger. Yeah. And this is when they lose their powers. It's happened in the show a lot. Yep, there it is. This happened in the show in the first season, the second season, and the third season. I mean, they get de-aged twice in the series. I know. I saw the entire series, guys. So it's right up here. I know nearly everything that happened in the show in Mighty Morphin. You are so yummy, Amy Jo Johnson. I can't believe you're going to be 50 in like 2 hours or less than 2 hours. Yeah, they have to walk it because Zordon destroyed. Zordon's command center was destroyed by Ivan. But Ivan actually did something. Zed did something. Rita did something. These are villains are memorable for decades because they did something. What does the villain do in Turbo? Divatox. She yells, she beats up her freaking minions, and she summons this demon thing that gets beat up in less than 2 minutes. That's not Power Rangers. That you beat the villain in 2 minutes or less than 2 minutes with one hit. That's pathetic. That's awesome. In the trailer, they said he's aging at an accelerated rate. I guess that line was too complicated for children, so they reduced it. I know that's happened before. So on does swords, the weapons, all of it. Oh, I love her voice. I can kiss her because I'm not going to get corona from my TV DVD stream. I know this actor is also British, but so was the guy that played Darth Vader at the end of Return of the Jedi when they take his helmet off. See, it's not that they're all bad. It's just some of them can't act now. They either try too hard or they scream. Or they think I can't hear. And I love that Alpha's armor looks like Shazam's costume. Yeah, that was horribly done. We have to try, Alpha. Yeah, that's terrible. See, there's some risk in this movie. It's not Avengers Endgame or Infinity War, but it does it well. Instead of the Rangers snapping out of existence. Yep, you still are to me, guys. Some people said that when they get to the island, it gets boring. No, that was Force Awakens. You wait for the entire movie to see Luke. He's on an island and doesn't say anything. Here, they fight birds. They fight a dinosaur. They fight these rock monsters. They're doing things. You know, my main characters have to be active and part of the plot. Not that they go to another galaxy and then this galaxy and then that, like Rise of Skywalker, where they can't do one thing. They have to do 14 things. Hi, honey, I'm home. Oh, I love it. And yes, this is a different actress playing Rita. It's not the same one from the show. Yeah, I know I do. Leader. And I choose me. I love that. It's the boogeyman. Oh, stop and it tickles. My turn. Villains have to be active, not be a freaking joke like Apocalypse. Yeah, it's true. Or you can enjoy these incredible tickle darts. Oh yes, the Power Rangers. I love how he milks every scene he's in. Hey, this is why Jim Carrey worked in the Sonic movie. By the way, Corona, you did not stop that movie, so suck it. Suck it. Suck it. Yeah. You didn't stop Sonic from being made. It was released in the theaters. It made money, so suck it all. Yeah. I have to say that because I just have to let it all out, guys. Let it all out, and I'll feel much better. These are the Tango Birds. They were in the show, but they were overexposed in the third season. They couldn't bring back the putties, so they brought these birds. And I'm like, they were cool in this movie because I'd never seen them before, so it was a new villain, new minions. Birdemic. Now, my Tengu warriors, fly to Phaedos. You will find the Power Rangers, and you will tear them apart. I love that. See? Blunt and to the point, not a 5-minute speech. That's how 90s films were, guys. I love it. I know this movie by memory because I saw it so many times. I'm trying to be entertaining here. I'll get more views and people that, and this is the flying monkeys in the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, he's a silly villain, but he's my kind of silly. If you're gonna overact, at least do it in a fun way. Ah! That's a nice shot with the Earth in the background. Imagine if we have a Captain Marvel sequel like this, but without bad CGI. Yes, I'll get to that. That's one of the only problems I have with this movie, besides Rocky. Steve Cardenas, his lackluster performance. I love you. I love you. I love you, Amy Jo Johnson. You are absolutely adorable. Even to this day, she's aged very well. She's still beautiful, and I love her singing voice. Oh my God. Damn. What was it? What was it? That does look like the island where Luke was on. Maybe they filmed it in the same spot. There's rocks everywhere and it looks boring. There's no porgs in this movie. Thankfully, the Tengu warriors actually fight. They're not there to be eaten and be cute with their little anime eyes. And this girl has a stick. Sound familiar? Huh? Yeah. She has a stick, but she actually fights well in one scene. And she actually shows legs. Again, Josh, I need my estrogen. Yeah, a sexy woman fighting with a stick can be awesome. It's all grow. Forget. Sort of disguise. For cons. And so more for cons. Ivan. Well, we're about 30 minutes in. Yeah, the movie's about, I think, 30 something minutes. Hold on. 36. Yeah, because I skipped the intro. I skipped the 6,000 years ago. Yeah, that pig, they never show him again. I guess he's a nod to the pig character in the first season of Power Rangers that they fight with the little helmet and the big mouth. And yeah, that pig. But that's not the same pig. This one looks different because this is Americanized. This is not the Japanese stock footage from Super Sentai. It did its own thing. This is a kind of romantic scene. It's very short, though. Oh, Amy, you are the most beautiful thing in this movie. Her voice makes me melt like butter, guys. Send those back. See, they almost kissed here, but then they probably would have. Birdie, birdie, birdie. Yeah, the Tango Warriors. They were good in the movie. They did not need to be in the third season again and again and again. If you have to have minions, just create some new minions. You didn't have to do the same ones. I don't know why so many people hated this movie. Did you see the Turbo movie? That's way worse. The Power Rangers don't show up until an hour into that movie. This movie, the first 20 minutes, they do lose their powers, but they're still not doing something. Like I said before, stay active. In Turbo, even Rocky is treated like shit because in the first 5 minutes that he's on screen, he gets injured and he's out of the movie. What a waste. And he's replaced by a 12-year-old boy. Stupid. I know how you feel, David Yost. I don't know. I don't realize how much I miss the theater until I didn't have it for almost a year. But I will return. I shall be avenged. Oh, man. Oh, you're so beautiful. It's a good stunt too. She's not. That's not CG. She really is. There she is. I'm not a Jedi. This is cool. This is a cool entrance. Is this a WTF moment? Yeah, because Xena was very popular at the time, and I really liked Xena in the early seasons. Once they made her a lesbian or bisexual, it did nothing for me. Because I'm like, they did that to pander to the LGBTQ. Again, I don't care. This one's pretty hot, too. She's Australian. Up and down, and up and down, and up and down, and up and down. Yeah, got to get a titty shot. You know, even though it's a kids movie, hey, I was a boy at the time, and I looked. I was starting to develop feelings, soon, and I would hit puberty by 13, and then bam, I liked girls ever since. A lot more. That was cool. I wish they did more with this character, but she's she's a decent. Hey, she's better than the hobo. The hobo does everything, and there's no explanation. You deserve that, Rocky. Litted. See, her accent comes out a little bit because she's not British. She's Australian, but she's a hot chick. So I'm not going to complain too much, guys. I like Xena. I said it. Wonder Woman 2017 would not be anywhere if it wasn't for Xena, because she was a badass with a skirt and a crown and was bad and was riding a horse. So again, Xena did it first, and then we got Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. Just remember that. Hmm. Yeah. And I will say this: she is a much better actress than Catherine Sutherland. She left no impression on me. Like I said before, guys, she's boring, and she doesn't even have a stick. And the first time we meet her, she's a cat, and then her morphing looks terrible, and she looks bored out of her mind. Xena's a fun show, yeah. Xena's the reason why the Wonder Woman that we get today looks like that, without the bikini, that she had in the 70s. We have that warrior skirt and the crown and the long dark hair. And I still love Lucy Lawless to this day. One of the only actresses from New Zealand I really enjoy. And Alpha's really a genius because he says these big words. And where was that Alpha in the freaking 2017 movie? He's like he's like 2 feet tall, voiced by Bill Hader, and he looks nothing like Alpha. Turn around and feast your eyes. He looks like Jensen, Master Jensen from Fantasia. An Air Jordan hat. It's to your friends. Who's the fun never ends. Right? You all will be believing. It's free. See? Kids will fall for anything. Take your own cases, and if your parents try to stop you, just throw it in their faces. Yeah, see? Doing things. That's what villains need to do now. Don't talk, do something. Show, don't tell. I don't know why that's so hard for these Star Wars movies. What does the villain in Rogue One do? Ben Mendelsohn screams. The stormtroopers can't shoot anything. Solo, what's Paul Bettany's just talking? He's like, if you fail me, I'll kill you. Again, I'll kill you. And he doesn't do anything. He just has a dagger and he's forgettable. It looks like Vision in human form in Infinity War. It's not a memorable villain. Give me a memorable villain. Xena had plenty of those. It had Ares, played by what's his face? I forgot what the actor's name is. It wasn't Bruce Campbell. That was another character. But yeah, I remember Ares. It's a good villain. There's the giant mountain that looks like a penis. I'm just kidding. She's like a mix of Xena and Mira from Aquaman, who, by the way, you should have gotten an actress like this because Amber Heard does nothing for me either. She's boring. The Ninjetti, yes, second season when they have the Ninja Zords and they do bring them back and their practical effects in season 3. That was something I appreciated in season 3. The Ninja Zords and then the Shogun Zords were pretty cool too. But it was too late by then because Kimberly was gone and I was not interested anymore. Yeah, this villain is just—he's so memorable. Watch Mojo gave him a hard time saying he's a lame villain. I'm like, did you see some of the villains in Marvel and DC over the past 15 plus years? They're very forgettable. Not Thanos. Thanos was freaking awesome, but Venom. Oh, we are Venom. No, that's not my Venom. You have Apocalypse. He sucked. Villains shouldn't always be killing. Ivan doesn't always kill, Josh. He actually gets something done, but he almost kills Zordon, which is more than I could say for Apocalypse. Who does he kill? I don't remember, but I get what you said. Heard isn't even confirmed yet, but even if she is, whether she is or not, I don't care about her as an actress. I've seen her in other things and she sucked. Paranoia, horrible. The remake of The Stepfather, horrible. 3 Days to Kill, I like the movie, but she wasn't good in it. He's great. City. Like, get sticky. Giggity. Again, have a villain that is active. I'm tired of villains that are screaming. You know why I didn't hate Ben Mendelsohn in Captain Marvel? Because they did a twist where he's not the villain. You think he is, but he's not. The real villain is what you'll call it, Jude Law. But he's not in the film enough. You got to give him enough screen time and something, make us remember him. If we didn't remember Ivan Ooze, then Apocalypse would have just been some generic villain that they couldn't compare to. But again, have a villain that can do something. Yep. You have the wolf, the crane, the falcon. What else you have? The bear, the frog, and the gorilla or the ape. They don't want to say gorilla. I guess it's too long. I love this movie, guys, and if I get emotional from the Van Halen song, forgive me, because that song "Dreams" is absolutely delightful. This also the score in this movie kind of sounds like Back to the Future a bit, especially at the end. Not right here, but at the end when they're doing this and they close their eyes and then they bring Zordon back. Those costumes are great. Ninjas, like the Ninja Turtles. I love you, Amy Jo Johnson, so much, and the rest of this cast mostly. They were a part of my childhood, guys. I'm never going to forget that. I was 10 when this came out. 10. Half of you guys weren't even born yet in 1995. Josh wasn't born yet. Kenny wasn't born yet. Parker wasn't born yet. A lot of you guys weren't. But now you can experience this movie. If you see this at your Best Buy, get it. You are the bear. Yeah. Black Lives Matter, people. Rocky. Mighty, not so much. If that was Jason, it would be Mighty, definitely. Yep. Cunning and swift. Yeah. And I love David Yost. I never had a problem with him being gay in the show because that's what the thing. Yes. Yes, you are. You're the crane of my heart. Bringing her sister to then Aquaman 2 is what I say. Yeah, exactly. She might be half creature, but I wouldn't be. I'm a frog. Yeah, he's a good-looking guy. Johnny Bausha. I've always thought he was a good-looking Asian guy. Falcon. They say Falcon in Star Wars, so I'll let it slide. But yeah, Tommy's the best Ranger. There's a reason he was the leader all the way to the end of Alien Rangers. Yeah, she might be a half creature, but I want my mirror sister, and I do love the 95 film. Yeah, I love this movie, Josh. This is one of my favorite movies of the 90s. I didn't see Die Hard with a Vengeance until I was an adult, so. Obi-Wan, I cannot interfere. I get it, though. Also, she's like ego. Listen to this. That I will begin to age. Yeah, age. Like if ego leaves this planet, he also will age and will die. Remember at the end of Guardians 2? See, that's interesting to me. Have a good idea. That's why I love sci-fi so much, guys, because they can take ideas that were cliche give it a twist, and make it work. That's why with Star Wars, there's no more excuses. We have Mandalorian. That's going to be freaking awesome at the end of this month. That's something. Oh, she looks like a Harry Potter thing, like Hedwig. Yeah, it's a different kind of owl, but yeah, I really love this movie. I just do. Like, there's a reason why the nostalgia just. I take the nostalgia classics on or off. I still love it. I don't care what you say, what people say. It means the world to me. When Amy signed this DVD, I was elated. Hey, look, I'm having a coffee. That's great. Yeah. What? Do the swim ballet. Ta-da. I love that music. He has a great laugh too. The DVD looks a little bit like a VHS rip, but I guess they didn't remaster it. But it does look good though. At least it's a real DVD, not a bootleg. I love this movie. I'm only getting 2 views, but when this uploads, more people will see it. And share this on Facebook, Twitter. Yeah, God, better. Been destroyed. You didn't kill them. Did these sticks have a whistling sound? Dulcia. The mistress. Please. She devil witch. It's funny because he's talking about Dulcia and he never sees her in the movie. Take another quack at it. Yep, goodbye, birds. I wish that was the last time we saw the birds. Apparently, no, because in the TV series, they had to bring them back. Yeah, when I first saw this movie, my mom thought it was the actor from Car 54 and the Munsters, the one who played Al Lewis, the one who played Grandpa Munster. But it's not him. He sounds just like him, though, except without the New York accent. I love you, Kimberly, so much. This movie really is really well done. You can tell Brian Spicer is a better director than J.J. Abrams. I'm going to say this right now. He gets the gist of this show. He embodied the show. He directed the hell out of this movie. He knew that the show was silly, so he's like, we're going to just make it a cartoon, but in a good way, not painfully stupid with one-liners in every 5 minutes like Batman and Robin. This movie sold toys too. I had the toy of the Frog Zord, Ninja Zord, when I was a kid. When I went to Virginia Beach for the first time, I got a toy at McDonald's and they sold the toy and I had it. I don't have it anymore, but they do have them on Amazon now or eBay. And this film looks good. The 2017 movie looked like a bad video game. The CG looked terrible. The Zords look horrible. How dare they call themselves the Power Rangers and they're worthless. They're powerless Rangers, if you ask me. You'll see my rant on that. I've already done it. And this movie's short and to the point. It's not 2.5 hours. They're working at a quarry like in the Flintstones movie. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm more alive in this video. I had to, guys. I was going to do this tomorrow, but I don't want to be interrupted. Is the kid good in the movie? He's okay. Not a great kid, but hey, he's a lot better than the kid in the. He's not a Kenny. The kid from the Turbo movie is horrible. He's so bad that they didn't. At least they didn't make this kid a Power Ranger. So at the very least, even though I would have liked to see that in the TV show. But the other kid, Justin, he's awful in the Turbo movie. He's horrible. Who's the world? Yep, the universe. That's always what they want. He said universe, not the world. That's more than just the world. That's every planet on the in the galaxy. Again, we need a good villain like this in Guardians 3. We don't need a lame ass villain like in the first one. I didn't like Ronan. Cool looking design, but he doesn't do anything. He's just a very cliche villain. The second one had ego. Great performance by Kurt Russell, and it was a threatening villain that was a planet. Now, in the third one, we'll see what happens. Marvel, please don't delay it for 4 years. I'm not getting any younger. I want to see Guardians 3 before I turn 40. Hopefully, next year, things will pick up because we can't have theaters be closed a year. It can't have. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Yeah. Another great movie from the 90s I love. And this was before Lost World came out. Good practical effects, I must say. It's puppets and CG. But it looks pretty good here. It's at the end where the CG really looks bad, but it's at the very end. It's not like this movie has CG from the beginning. What, a girl can't scream? At least she's showing emotion. Take that, Rocky. Yeah, I love that Rocky. They treat him like shit in this movie because I'm not a fan of the character. I didn't like him in the second season or the third. It's not that Steve Cardenas is horrible. It's just they could have brought back Jason or had an actor that looked like Jason. I like these effects. I really do. Even for 25 years, it looks better than some effects from last year, like Dark Phoenix. Again, how what would you rather see? This or Dark Phoenix from last year, or even New Mutants this year, where you have actors that are not even trying. They're like screaming, and you have a freaking guy with a mask going, "Ah!" And I'm like, that's not scary. It's. I think this is like it's not it's not a triceratops, but it's in that family. It's a horned dinosaur. I like these effects. I really do. I don't know what the hell Watch Mojo and Honest Trailers, the Screen Junkies were talking about. This is not a masterpiece, guys, but it's from my childhood. There it is. Take the wishbone out. Yep. Yeah. They actually use real practical effects. At least see Tommy has to do everything because he's the leader, but at least you know why he's such a badass in the show. Next is the rock monsters. The rock soldiers. There's like four of them, and they look pretty cool. I don't know why they say, "Oh, this is so stupid." I'm like, again, guys, the show. We had a show where there was a turtle with a traffic light on its head. We had a car, a taxi cab that came to life. You had a pig. You had freaking a ninja power like knockoff ranger that had the voice of Marvin the Martian on a cloud. Yeah, I think we're okay here. Angel Grove comes. Frankly, I'm sick of your ugly faces and your dull personalities. Again, Force Awakens in a freaking nutshell. Yeah, leap to your doom. Yeah, I'm sick of your ugly faces and your dull personalities. Again, half of the people in the Force Awakens. Ciao. I know I'm bashing a lot of the new Star Wars, but who cares? This is my podcast. Who's flow? He has a monocle on his eye. Give my creatures life! Life, I tell you! Life! I love that. Life! Yeah, this is CG. Some of it looks wonky, but it looks worse at the end, at the very end. When I was 10 years old, I don't care. This looked amazing to me back in the day, but just like every monster does, it usually destroys a city or like a small town in Japan, usually. Yeah, an hour. I've been talking for an hour now. We're about an hour into the movie, 58 minutes. I'm glad I'm doing this now. Whether I have one view or 10 views, when it gets up, you'll see every bit of entertainment I can give you guys because I need to give you that. I owe my fans that for not doing a YouTube video for several days because I just couldn't. I didn't have the will to do it. I was very tired and stressed out. Yep, let's go. Bulk and Skull kind of disappear for a long time. Like they appear at the quarry and they disappear until the end of the movie. So they finally do something. But I guess because again these two actors are doing the second and third season, so they had to ram this movie with with the real cast and with the supporting cast from the show. So before Catherine showed up. Movies like this were not meant for critics because critics didn't like any of the Power Rangers movies or most of the Ninja Turtles movies either. My nostalgia always got crapped on by these idiot critics that don't know one good movie from another. I wish I had seen this in theaters when I was 10. I would have loved it. I would have been like, I want to own this movie. I didn't until like a couple years ago. Here's the Rock Monsters. There we go. See, guys in suits. I missed that now. Not everything needs to be CG, guys. Sonic was CG, but you had real actors in there as well. Because Jim Carrey wasn't CG until he was like flying in the air at the end. These rock monsters look pretty cool. They look like the stone creatures in Ninja Turtles 4, uh, Turtles in Time. The bear. Yeah. Karen Ashley was supposed to be at Comic Con this year, but now, unfortunately, Comic Con is not going to happen. It's going to be all virtual this year, called Metaverse or whatever. I'm not interested. I've already seen enough panels, guys. I saw DC Fandom. I saw Galaxy Con, and I've seen other live streams as well of other stuff too. So I'm done. I'm just gonna watch the remaining GalaxyCon panels or Q&As with the cast of. You have Starship Troopers, Mario Brothers, the game, video game series. You have Halloween Town, and I think there's one more. The Little Mermaid, the original, not the bastardized Disney version we're getting in a few years. There's good cheesy fun from 1995. Just they don't make movies like this anymore, and if we don't get the theaters back, we'll never get movies again. So please let the theaters reopen in 2021. I need that. I need that like I need to breathe air, man. As much as I don't like Rocky in this movie, at least he does something in the film. Turbo, he doesn't do anything. Yep, right into the water. Rock Pokemon are beaten by water. So that's what Pokemon came out in Japan around this time in 1995. So three to go. Yep, just like the months that we got. 1 month down of the fall, September, three to go. October, November, and then December. Halfway through, we got to winter, and this year is done. Mercifully, it'll be done. If I can't see the theater and movies in the theater, I have enough DVDs and Blu-rays to last me till 2029. So again, suck it, Corona, and the people that did this to us. No, because they don't have a brain. Their brains are made of rubble. Yes, Tommy has to save her a lot. Again, not a problem when Kimberly can fight on her own in the beginning of the film and at the very end. When she's flying, she does need Tommy a lot, but again, she does fly on her own. It's not like she doesn't know what to do. I think she's the youngest of the cast that around that time. Well, this is when he cuts him in half. This scene is cool. I love those costumes. They're great. They also remind me of the Ninjago. That's where Ninjago came from. This movie. That's awesome. Yep. That's the stunt double. That's not David Yost. That's a stunt double. I noticed because his face looks different. Ooh, a low blow. Yeah, the Ninjago. A lot of the ninjas wore black, green, blue, red. Uh, what was another one? Oh yeah, that's awesome. And they also wear white too. And there's Zane who's silver. So boom, baby, crumbled. That's also from like the Mummy, even though this came out before the Mummy and the Mummy Returns, where there's a giant gate that opens. Yeah, there it is, the pyramid. Yeah, I wanted to do a live stream. I was gonna do it tomorrow, but I'm like, yeah, why not now? I have nothing to do. So there's the symbol of the new animals that they use in season 2 of the show, and then season 3. They have the Thunderzord powers, and then they have this. Yeah, and mostly in season 3. When it's mostly in season 3 because that's where they're setting it up. Even though they said this movie's non-canon, it is kind of canon because the ideas were used in the Ninja Quest. This music sounds like Back to the Future. Dun, 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 dun. It sounds like Back to the Future. Who did the score? I love this music too. Grammy Rebel did a good job. I love this reveal when they go inside them and they become the Rangers again. An hour and 6 minutes, they get back into the costumes. Yep. I love that. That's great. They're glowing. Dun, dun, dun. You always got the power, guys. You'll always have the power. I love this. Yeah, I love this movie, man. I love this movie so much. There's the owl. Hedwig's girlfriend. That's the end of the owl, yeah. She flies away. Yeah, this is when Ivan doesn't do something for a while, but he was so active in the first half of the movie. Here he takes a break and then he fights the Rangers at the very end when they destroy the scorpion thing. Yeah, spoiler if you haven't seen this movie. The effects don't look that bad. It's when the Zords show up that I'm like, yeah, this kind of looks really dated, but I can handle it, guys. I'll take a few effects that are not perfect over a bad script any day. King of Booze. The boys are back in town. Another reference. That was a reference that's in the Expendables movie. I guess in the title screen they don't put Mighty Morphin because they didn't want it to be canon, but thankfully the DVD says it. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Inconceivable, Princess Bride. The Power Rangers. Yeah, I love the way he says that. What I'll do tomorrow is I'll watch the video Double Toasted did on, oh, this is a bad movie. Well, yeah, doesn't matter. And at least they're in the suits until the very end of the movie. This is a Power Rangers movie. Unlike the Turbo movie, where they don't morph until about an hour into the movie in a 90-minute movie, which is way too long. Here, they morph in the first 20 minutes, they take a break for 40 minutes, and they come back. So it's anticipation, guys. Yep. Chain sword, ninja wolf sword, ninja ape sword, sword, ninja falcon sword. I love that. I love those arm raisers. That's just great. Here come the CGI Zords. Yeah. When they're flying, they look okay, but yeah, some of the CG looks like a video, like a PlayStation game. But again, guys, the PlayStation was new in 1995, and not everything looked perfect. Ah, Zord Smords! I'll crush them like roaches. Yes, power up. Yes, that's right, Rangers. Do it. It's awesome. Hey, if Japan had CGI in the 80s and the 90s with Super Sentai, they would have used CG, and they did in later seasons. You know, it's another movie I want to do a commentary for, even though it's not horror. The Super Mario Brothers movie. I haven't seen it in years, so. To our doom. Leap to our doom. Some of them are not even talking. There's just some of the parents. We're in trouble. Let me lower it. I don't want to get a copyright claim. Yeah, Pierre's Book and Skull. They're at Ernie's and they're drinking a soda. An hour and 11 minutes into the movie, but at least they're in the film, so at least it's not a worthless cameo for like 5 seconds. They have more screen time than the Joker in Suicide Squad. Yeah, thanks for the comments, Josh. By the way, yeah, Ivan is evil. They use that line in Anakin. Tells Palpatine is evil. Yeah, 10 years later, we got Episode 3, so that's not a coincidence. Rockets away. Yep. If I went to Comic-Con again next year, I'm going to bring this DVD again if there's any Power Rangers that can sign. Yeah, it's like Luke when he gets hit in the Battle of Yavin or the Battle of Hoth. Yeah. Touch me again, you'll be chicken wings in the morning. This is the Frog Zord. Actually, it's electricity, but I'll let it go. Here comes the wolf. Yeah. Ooh, that wolf looks bad, but yeah, like I said, but when they're in the Zords, it looks pretty cool. Like they're like they're moving it with their remote controls and their joysticks. It looks pretty decent. Now the CG, yes, it looks dated, guys. I'm not gonna lie about that, but time to boogie with the bear. And Karen Ashley is cute as a button. I saw her in an episode of Drake and Josh. And I'm glad that the other Josh, Josh Baker, he was able to meet most of these actors. Yeah, not all of them, but most of them. Not some of the actors from the movie like Paul Freeman. Yeah, he hangs until he does turbo, and then he's replaced by a little boy. That is so embarrassing. Because let's face it, the Joker in Suicide Squad was a glorified cameo. I can't wait to show you my toys. Yeah, was trying too hard. There's that's Sydney, Australia. Yeah, you can tell. There she is, my favorite Pink Ranger. Little Pink Ranger, yeah. Yes, absolutely. Hey, huh? See, that's the first thing Ivan's done in almost 30 minutes, but at least he's doing something. And somebody actually made her a helmet. I can't hold us for longer. Again, another line from episode 3, but this came out before, so it's not a ripoff. See, she has to fly out of it herself without Tommy's help. With you later. Yeah, later. I don't know why. I don't know why Goldar sounds like a grunge singer. He's like, the Power Rangers. Yeah, that's it. Oozed. Just longer. Here comes Tommy. Yep. Yep. Rockets away. That's out for you. Yep. Rockets away. Now let's blast this thing and go home. Yep. You mean the giant beetle? I think. Yeah. I never saw Beetleborgs or VR Troopers. I saw some of the episodes of VR Troopers, but my mom didn't like the villain because it was a little bit too evil. Destroyed my beautiful creation. Oh, I'm beginning to get very angry. Yeah, this is the last time you see Ivan in human form. Hopefully, if Caitlin ever comes to Comic Con, she signed your Booksmart DVD or Blu-ray. You'll eventually get. Yes, absolutely. Or my short-term 12 because I got that one, and she's beautiful. If she was the next Pink Ranger, I would flip. I would just lose it. Booger Man. That was a video game in Super Nintendo. Oh, that looks. Yeah, you're telling me, Karen Ashley. He looks awful in that CG. Yep, fly away. You have wings, Goldar. Yeah, it's just his voice, and that's it. Yep, take that, cable car. Yep, here it goes. Power up, baby. Yes. Go, bad CGI. Hey, I like the Sharknado movies, guys. That CG is not exactly Oscar worthy, but I don't care. We'll take care of Ivan. Go, Power Rangers! Go, Power Rangers! Mighty Morphin Power Rangers! Man, that song still kicks ass 25 years later. Yes, I like arm movements. That means it's humans doing this, using their hands like Doctor Strange. Or Wanda, Josh. You know how you love Wanda? Why? Because she does this a lot. She does this a lot. A lot of hand movements. That's cool. Use your hands. You got them? Use them. That's why she's such a great character. Not only is she gorgeous and she can fight, but her hand movements are cool. Hang on, kids. Love this movie so much, man. This was fun to do. Thanks, StreamYard, for existing. Thank you so much. You give me hope for 2021. Can't be any worse. I'm telling you that right now. Streaming will always beat boredom. Whether it's streaming a video game or streaming a movie or streaming a show. Well, that was quick. Yep. Yep. They don't beat him with the sword. At least they with this villain, they actually kill him a different way than the show, which is great. And this the collateral damage is not as much as Man of Steel or Batman v Superman. Yep, here we go. Right on top of the head. Yeah, just like in the show. Yeah, Caitlyn would be a wonderful Kimberly. Compared to Naomi Scott, she'll do wonders. Either have her be Kimberly, or you can have Caitlyn play Batgirl or Spider Woman or something like that. You know, just or hell, even make her the next Mary Jane. I don't care. Just yeah, he has the butterfly wings. Again, you stole from this movie, Batman and Robin. You did. You stole from this movie. Why does Mr. Freeze have butterfly wings? That movie I will not be doing a commentary for. I don't own it, and it's garbage. And again, this is better than Venom because the CGI looks yeah. While it's wonky, it's a shorter movie, and it doesn't look. It's not a heavily edited mess, and it knows what it is. Venom was an R-rated movie chopped down to a PG-13, so it wouldn't offend people. Because if it was an R, it wouldn't have made as much money. Because apparently an R rating scares Marvel, even though Logan, Deadpool, and Deadpool 2 did wonders for the company, and without the Disney name. Hey, at least Book and Skull is going to do something at the end. It's better than nothing, right? What did the Joker do in Suicide Squad? Talks. He has a stupid laugh. He has a hand missile. He's in the airplane scene, and then you don't see him till the end. Bravo freaking oh, David Ayer. Orion's coming. Boom! Oh yeah. This movie still makes me smile. I still have a smile on my face from the moment it starts until the moment it ends. And I feel so bad when it's over because I wanted another one of these. Instead, we got that god awful Turbo movie in the 2017 movie, which I don't care about, guys. I'm sorry. I know people are going to disagree with me, but that movie was boring. It's almost 2 hours long, and the cast is mostly foreign. The only Americans is R.J. Seiler, who was a great Philly, and then Becky G, a singer. No, you're not my Trini. Tui Trang, may she rest in peace. She's my Trini, not you. Yeah. Taste the water. Hopefully, if Caitlyn, yeah, I hope Caitlyn does go to Comic Con one day when all of this is over. Go Rangers! Go Rangers! Yeah, go Rangers! Go Rangers! Go! Yep. Yeah. Love using her hands. Amy Jo Johnson used her hands a lot. Please. Yeah, his voice is just a lot of fun to listen to. And by the way, um, if they do re-release this movie in 2021 at the Draft House, I'll go see it opening weekend. I don't care, man. That's right, Aisha. Right, low blow. Oh no. Bye, Ivan. Too bad they're gonna remake you in X-Men Apocalypse. But oh well, you had your good run. Yay! A Michael Bay explosion. All right, go Rangers. That's right, baby. Woo! When I do my Infinity War and Endgame uh, podcast, I hope you guys see it next year in 2021 because I'm not going to do it this year. I need a break. That was awesome. Short and sweet. Yeah, these guys are really good friends, and I can tell. When they did that podcast yesterday, they still got the spark from Bulk and Skull back in the 90s, man. They still got it. I don't know what happened to Freddy's mom, but they never explained that. But it's okay. It wouldn't be a '90s movie without a nice hug between a father and a son. Yeah, man, this movie makes me smile. I love this ending too. Like I clapped a lot when I saw this back in the summer. Disney Plus, please put this on your streaming service. You'll be doing us a great deal of a great service if you do that for us the fans of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You saw Adam has a earring that's like in Batman Returns. I mean Batman Forever when Robin is wearing an earring because in the '90s a lot of guys wore earrings. Also, Tommy's wearing one too. Remember what it earned? Those who possess a great power, all things are possible. Yeah, he had a great voice. Thanks for still living, Jason David Frank. I'm glad that I got to see you at Galaxy Con and my love, Amy Jo Johnson. Here comes the scene that they're doing this. An R rating doesn't scare Marvel. It's the parents who don't care. Parents saw this movie in the theater with their kids, and it had blood in it. Technically, it's purple blood, but it's still blood. It didn't puss out. This movie had some risk. Granted, the Rangers don't bleed because the show wasn't violent, but again, you can take a risk. Listen to that Back to the Future music. Venom needs to be R. You can't make it for kids. Him biting the heads off people and they don't show blood, that's just pussifying it. This was based on a Japanese TV series from the '70s all the way to like the early '90s, and they used Japanese footage with the American actors and dubbed over voices and everything. But it worked, and it's still going strong, man. Thanks, Japan. I will always love you for giving us this franchise. Unlike that other Asian country which tried to screw us this year, you didn't. I love this scene. Tell that to the parents. Yeah, I will. When I'm a parent, I'm never taking my kids to see an R-rated. There he is. Jordan. Yes! Woo! Yeah, it was good to see a lot of these actors. Thanks for staying alive, guys, for me. Because soccer moms need to calm down and deal with the fact that blood is going to be in any film. Yeah, I got the power. That was in Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey. By the way, because if they made an R-rated Power Rangers movie, I guarantee you there would be riots in the street saying, "Oh my God, this is for kids! How dare you!" Again, guys, there is an R-rated Power Rangers movie. Josh, you know what it's called? Guyver 2: Dark Hero. Look it up. It came out around the same time as this, and it's badass. You have the Guyver fighting and flipping and cutting monsters up like a freaking Blade movie. It's awesome. Oh, here comes the song. Yeah, I'll try to keep it low, but the Silver Ranger. That was me as a kid because I was so into. There's the fireworks. I love this ending, guys. So if I start crying, thanks, Eddie Van Halen. I love your music, man. Thank you, Power Rangers. Yeah, thank you for 27 years. 27 years of awesomeness. Dreams are made of, indeed, man. man. I love this movie so much, man. I know I'm getting emotional, but Han Saban, thank you, man. Thank you so much for this. I love this movie so much. Oh man, that music just it hits me, man. It's not Endgame, but I really wish that we had another movie to follow this up because I love this movie so much. Yeah, Amy Jo Johnson, I love you. Have a great birthday tomorrow. I will always love you, no matter what. Paul Freeman and Ivanhoe is a great freaking villain. I will always remember him. Here comes a post-credit scene like Marvel. Yeah, they did it here first, guys. Here comes Rita and Zed. Yep, time to do the second and third season of the show. Uh-oh. That was fun, guys. I had a great time. I know I got a little misty-eyed at the end, but it's just I really really enjoyed this movie. Thank you very much for this experience, Brian Spicer. You did a great job. You took a show that I loved when I was a kid from 1993 to 1996, and you gave us one of the best movies from 1995. And considering that we don't have any movies coming out now in the past 7 months, this was good to watch again. This is the second time I've watched it this year. It still holds up. There's things that don't hold up, like some of the effects, some of the acting, like Steve Cardenas, but the nostalgia lives on. Thank you, movie. Thank you. Thank you, Amy Jo Johnson, for signing this DVD. Well, the cover. Thank you, Brian Spicer, for getting the gist of the show. Thanks for not crapping on the fans. Thank you, writers. Thank you, Ham Saban. Thank you, 20th Century Fox. Again, I'm getting misty eyed again. I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me, Josh. 2021 is going to be better. I know, Josh, but let me just finish my speech quick because before I start crying like a little girl. I saw this movie when I was 10. I saw it on VHS in my aunt's house. May she rest in peace. And I was like, this is exactly what I would love out of a Power Rangers movie. It meant everything to me. I was 10. I saw it on VHS a lot. I finally got the DVD. And when Amy Jo Johnson signed this for me, I was floored because it meant the world to me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting emotional, but yeah, meeting her at Comic Con last year was one of the best moments of my life. And the fact that she's gonna be 50 tomorrow, that's amazing, man. That's freaking amazing. I'm sorry, guys, but I never cried in a live stream before, but this movie makes me emotional because I love this movie so much. It meant the world to me. If I had seen this in the theater, I probably would have cried. And the fact that so many people worked on this movie and it gets crapped on to this day, I don't get it. It makes me emotional every time the movie ends because I wanted a good sequel to this. Instead, we got Turbo, and but we will get a good Power Rangers movie in the 2020s, guys. I can feel it. It's deep within my soul. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I cried like I was watching Titanic or Endgame, but this movie means the world to me, guys. Getting this signed by one of the actual people in this movie meant so much. I didn't cry in Comic Con because I was wearing a costume and I had a lot of stuff with me. But I'm sorry, this yeah, I love this movie. This is my favorite movie from 1995 for kids, definitely, because Pixar had Toy Story, and I love that movie too. I got so much nostalgia for it. But a lot of those actors are still living, except for well, there's like three of them that passed away. But yeah, some movies can really bring the emotion out of you. That's how I felt when I saw Endgame last year because it meant everything to me. I was looking forward to that. I waited a year after Infinity War, and it paid off. But thank you for watching, guys. Thanks for not giving up on me. This has been a hard year for everybody that's lived through this year. But you know what? I'm still here. I'm still going to do live streams for you guys because even with a new channel, I still have people that support me. Oh man, this movie just yeah. A lot of people say it's stupid, but it's my kind of movie, guys. Any movie that will make put me into tears at the end of a podcast, that leaves resonance with me. It related to me. Thanks for this movie, Brian Spicer. I'll love you forever for this. Thank you for not doing what Ryan Johnson did with Last Jedi. Okay, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just, the movie just ended like 5 minutes ago and I'm still crying. But thanks for this movie, guys. Everybody that worked on this movie, thank you. As a fan of the show, to this day, it meant the world to me. Please share this on Twitter, and I'm going to share this on Twitter and Facebook with everybody because this meant the world to me. And I want to hear your opinions on this movie. Whether good or bad, it doesn't matter because it left an emotional impact on me. Every time it ends, I'm like, wow, if we could have only got a second movie that was worthy of this one, like a year or two later. I wish the Turbo movie was better. I really wish, but unfortunately, it wasn't. Well, it didn't live up to expectations. But this one, I still love this movie to this day. 50 something percent on Rotten Tomato, which is not the worst, which is good, but it's rotten, but still, it has its fans. I'm one of them. I'll never forget this movie. 25 years later, and I can still watch it. It still puts a smile on my face when it starts. It makes me cry when it's over. Just like the one and only Ivan back on Disney Plus when I saw that in the summer. I'm sorry, I'm a mess, but I'll maintain my composure and I'll be back next week. I promise. When my room is illuminated again, you will see my room and the movie posters again. But thanks for watching, guys. This meant the world to me. I was going to do this tomorrow, but I'm glad that I did it today. I had to let the emotion out of me. It's been so much stress, so much anger, a lot of sadness, a lot of loss. But you guys still watch my stuff and you still leave nice comments on my channel, thumbs up, subscribing. Giving me you keep giving me the drive to go forward because I'm not going to stop, guys. You guys are my motivation. You're my power. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry I cried like a bitch, but I'm emotional. I'm a human being. I feel emotions. Every single one of my friends knows that. Tevya, Josh, the other Josh, Anthony, Parker, everybody knows who I am. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you guys. Thanks for sticking with me to the hour and a half. Josh, for the comments, the nice comments you left. I don't hate you, Josh. I've had a lot of struggles with you in the inbox. I promise in 2021, I'm going to try to be more tolerant because it's been a rough year for me. But this year won't beat me. We got 87 days left, and we can move on to 2021. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.